I conceive myself in terms of where I am, what landscape I'm in. Am I on the street? Am I in the studio? And this word landscape really became part of this, like, how I want to focus these portraits. These virtual portraits were just a burst of abstraction. And I love abstraction because to me, it's pure imagination. Really ultimately had this craving to be in nature, and I wanted to bring that into the shoot. So it went perfectly with the idea of using multiple exposure. I've been doing multiple exposure ever since I was like 12 years old. When I first got a camera, I was in the dark room and I took 2 negatives and smushed them together and started printing. And then I thought, wow, if I can do that in post, how can I figure out a way to do that in my camera? And so I've been doing it on film for years. The secret is really, in my opinion, your shutter. I would look at my screen and then I looked at my window, screen and window. And that was a sort of dance that I did with myself. I'm pushing everything. I'm pushing my shutter, I'm pushing the color balance, I'm pushing everything I can do in between exposures to kind of make this like beautiful alchemy of everything done in camera. I like Nexus. It literally means like connecting a series of things together. There's one of Usha in particular. When I looked at it, it was an aha moment. It transcends the virtual landscape. Like, I'm here and I'm really using nature to show this person's origin, this person's history, this person, in a sense, their destiny. And that's when I sort of knew I was like on my way. I was fortunate enough to work with William when it was in the fall. Just the transition of fall and someone's birthday and the timing, just everything seemed to work so well together. I wanna clap for this person because I feel like they're giving me something. Like, I love the expressiveness with his hands and then that slight shadow giving us a little bit of dimension, showing like that we are in this kind of neutral space. So I'm really thrilled that he feels so connected to this work. At first, I was a little nervous to work with Asia and shoot out my window because all the leaves had fallen off the tree. It's weird. It's like I have some green outside and then all the other trees are like winter. Asia and I talked a lot about identity, war, conflict, growth, systems. This photo to me really is the conversation that I had with Asia about her work. I have to imagine that being on the other side of a virtual shoot is a totally odd experience. So I want to have that initial conversation to just meet and to blend and to let them know that we're going to create something that we have to use our imaginations for. And also to hear about what they were experiencing in the lab. Like, what was that kind of time? How did they use the Nexus lab to work on their own artistry? And hearing what Lauren was working on in the lab, working with boundaries, binaries, I thought, I want to push this shoot with Lauren. Like, I want to take these portraits to another level. This is so emotional to me. When I saw this image come up on my camera, I thought, wow, I'm not quite sure what's going on here with words, but it hits me in a place of real deep abstraction. In a lot of ways, I think I'm a naturalist, but now we're in a virtual world. And so how do I deal with my conflicting thoughts to, in many ways, enter this new world? And for me, it was like, stick with who you are. How do you bring yourself and who you are and your aesthetics and your artistry into this new world? And so I think subconsciously, that's why I just looked out my window and brought it with me. These portraits are probably the most personal commission I've ever been asked to do. Just very grateful for that opportunity because it did elevate me as an artist. I think it's taught me what my limits are and how to push them.